Godden and Charles Davis.
It was a common sight in the 80s and 90s, not quite as frequent since, but it's back. Playoff football in the Bay Area here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Levi's Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was deafening. They're set for football as the 49ers get ready to do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, happy to be with you. And, Charles, we've got two teams who know each other extremely well. These division games, they tend to be battles.
People scout like crazy in this league, but no one scouts more than within the division. Because if you win your division, you're automatically in the playoffs. That puts extra emphasis on these games, and they can't wait to get at each other.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the number 1 overall pick in the 2019 draft from Oklahoma. It's Kyler Murray. Throwing on first down is Murray. And he hits Drake. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. Here's the offensive unit. Max's parents liked him so much they put an extra X on the end.
And they could do that because they saw something before the rest of us. They saw the potential of Max Williams, and it's coming to realization now in the NFL. A really good tight end with a little bit of speed.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. And a look now at the defensive starters for San Francisco.
Jaworski Tartt came out of Samford University in Alabama. And he is a guy who is an absolute flash at the safety position.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Here's the first carry for Kenyan Drake. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Drake. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go, dude. Here I come.
On 2nd down, here's Murray. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 12 yards the pickup, good enough for an Arizona first. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 2nd down now, it's Drake. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he's taken down inside the 30. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 29-yard line.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
I'm darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Running from the shotgun with Drake. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down, threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary, incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
On 4th down, here's Zane Gonzalez for the Cardinal field goal. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. Gonzalez's kick is good. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they're led out by a guy who learned from one of the great ones in his first few years in Tom Brady. This is Jimmy Garoppolo.
When you're a backup to one of the all-time great players, if you don't spend time picking that guy's brain or just watching and observing how he does things to increase your game, then you've wasted that time. I don't think Jimmy Garoppolo is that type of a player. I think those lessons learned have a chance to transmit themselves very well.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Right back to Coleman here on first down. A gain of 3, second down. And for this offense, yellow highlighter around Trent Williams.
As well there should be. A Pro Bowl, all-pro type of a left tackle. So mobile, you can also see him as a tight end. This guy is a terrific football player.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch tight. Tight end's right.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 37. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, how are you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. And the 11 defensive starters for Arizona.
Chandler Jones had a nice run in New England, but I think he's found a real home in Arizona with their pressure package and their ability to utilize him in various ways. Standing up as an outside linebacker, he can come off the edge or loop inside in pass rush. And they can also put his hand down on the ground in pass rush situations and let him try and win against offensive tackles.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On second down, it's Coleman. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the runner.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Tevin Coleman taking it in. And the 49ers have now taken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that drives 7 plays in length, and Tevin Coleman polished it off with a touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with Drake. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a draw play with Drake. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
To throw on 3rd down, Murray. And able to find Kirk complete. A Cardinal 1st down on a gain of 13.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Here we go.
On 1st down, Drake. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Let's go, baby.
A gain of 10, 1st down, Arizona. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
Here's Murray from midfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
You see me? You see me? They can't stop me out here.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. From the gun, it's Drake. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
First and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Murray with a 3rd and long. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the 1st down, even throwing the football.
On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball. Stay hot. Stay hot.
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Here we go, here we go. Stay hot.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Garoppolo looking left side, and it's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 45-yard line. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. On play action, now Garoppolo. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Here we go. 180!
Man left, man left. We got four.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Here we go.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. So on fourth down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. Christian Kirk deep to return it. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. Drake will start the drive on the ground. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tart. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Murray going to try to throw on third down. It's complete to Drake. Only a pickup of 2, but that's all they needed for the first. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage, so they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Murray now on first down. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Murray now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that defense on.
A give running right, Drake. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Cardinals on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Murray. And he's got Fitzgerald. That goes for 14 yards. First down, Cardinals.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run with Drake. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. 2nd down, Murray sets to throw. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal 1st down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Throwing now is Murray. It's complete to Williams. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. A handoff out of the pistol. It's Drake. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. Already a pair of 3rd down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Oh, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 26. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Here we go.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Let's see what you got. Shoot.
Here's Mostert. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down.
He's not going to get me.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 43.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Here we go.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 43. Mostert. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Watch the screen.
This is Mostert. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Garoppolo on the bootleg. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So Garoppolo off. Coming on is the veteran Robbie Gould for the 49er field goal. From the right hash, this from 53. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now let's talk about Kenyan Drake. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Running, it's Drake. He takes this for 3 to the 29. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Open man is Kirk, complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop, but that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
On 2nd and 12, Murray completes it to Fitzgerald. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose, and boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field, a nickel set for 3rd down. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down, and that is incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Here's Andy Lee now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at the 20. To throw is Garoppolo. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Here we go.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Garoppolo looking for his running back, and he's got him. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Taking a shot for Samuel. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. minute 55 left to go in the first half of play. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
Let's go.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day, all day. Check.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. He'll buy some time right. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. We've seen the pressure get to him several times in this game. There, though, we see him escape it.
And we've seen this rookie video before as well. That type of pressure, oftentimes, what do you resort to? Your legs, try and escape. What you hope is that this doesn't become habit for him, that he learns how to handle the pressure, still keep his eyes downfield, and make some throws.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. On 2nd down, it's Drake. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
First down, Murray. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Murray. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. He can run for it, and he will. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 22-yard line.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Here we go. Here we go. Check 56. Check.
Throwing on first down is Murray. Got his man. It's Williams. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. From the gun, Murray. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
Get him, boys. Yeah, that's how we do, D.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This game's had a little bit of everything thus far, and certainly plenty to look forward to, as the teams are right back out there for the second half. So we'll get right back out there as well, as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well, as we are back and started in the second half. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what?
Here we go.
You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Here we go,
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
I got it.
They will run again with Coleman. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Here we go.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Murray now. And he finds Fitzgerald. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Let's get that ball, man. Let's get that ball right here. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Counter play, Drake. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They stay on the ground with Drake. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
3rd and 2, and here's Murray. This is caught by Williams. 4th down now after a loss of 2. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Here we go.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Garoppolo now, 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw, looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick, and the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Exit. Mike 54. Mike 54.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Steps away. He's going to take off with it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now on 1st down, Drake again. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. From the 25 on 2nd down, Murray, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. On 3rd down, Murray. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. D Ford in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the right hash, and call it an even 50 yards. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10-9. So it's a 3rd field goal for him now. He's accounted for all 9 points. I look down to the sideline, though. You can just tell they weren't too happy for 3. They wanted 6.
So they have to have 6. Look, he's keeping them afloat. But they really need to do exactly what you talked about. They need to get into the end zone and score some touchdowns. Otherwise, he's going to have to kick a lot more field goals than just the 3 he's already put through the posts.
So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here comes Jimmy Garoppolo now to lead his offense back out there. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They begin the drive with Coleman, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Here we go.
The
Here we
last
go, here we
run
go.
got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Switch.
Get hot.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Here we go. Wait, 80. Get hot.
In your face.
Get hot.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Subsequent gains of 3, 4, and now 5 yards. Good enough for the first down.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, pick your game up.
Get hot.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Here we go.
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. This is Coleman with a grab. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
That play was well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, not able to find any yardage on that one.
Here we go.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away.
Come on, fellas.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Murray now on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now Murray off play action. It's complete. It's Fitzgerald. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals 1st down as well. Murray now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Murray now on 1st down. And he hits Drake. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Again, they'll throw with Murray. He's going to take off with it. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 42. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
Here's Murray. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. On the give, this is Drake. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. And he's got Fitzgerald. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the 1st. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a 1st down on that last catch as well.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Murray now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now Drake. And room there to work it inside the 25. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Back now here in Santa Clara. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Second down, Murray sets to throw. Rolling to his right. He'll try and run it. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
Let's go.
I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the 1st down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Murray now to throw. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Hakeem Butler there, but now it's 3rd and goal. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for a 4th quarter lead. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And they take the lead here by 2, 12-10. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. They're the 49ers getting set to trot out there. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 27. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be a 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Coleman. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Just rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. 13 yards there and a Niner first. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 32-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Let's go.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. Looking left sideline, it's complete. They'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a 1st down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Here we go, here we go. Black 80!
Let's go. Watch the run, watch the run.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Travis Benjamin that time. And it's 2nd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Here we go.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Garoppolo on the draw to Coleman. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL.
Here we go.
And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
It's caught by Coleman.
Go ahead.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll bring up 4th down. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This for a 4th quarter lead. And Gold is able to put it through. And they take the lead out in front at 13-12. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Boys, let's go. Let's go.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. He'll run it. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Ready? 56 is the mic. You better be afraid of me. You
First down, Murray. Open man is Kirk, complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down. They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6. Murray now. And he finds Fitzgerald. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Murray from midfield. The pass complete to Hakeem Butler. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Throwing on first down is Murray. This is Butler making the catch. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. A give to Drake running left. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
To throw is Murray. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively. Brings up 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for a 4th quarter lead. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the 4th. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 21. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 15 for the Niners there and a 1st down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Here we go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. To throw is Garoppolo. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal.
You ain't doing nothing today.
It's Coleman here. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it won't be easy.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Coleman, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tevin Coleman, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Gold with the extra point, and the lead is up to 5. So the drive there took 6 plays, and Tevin Coleman polished it off with a touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Kyler Murray now in the Cardinal offense. Down 20-15. A little under 2.5 to go. Plenty of time here. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning as they've got it 1st and 10. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Murray now on 1st down. And the catch made by Hopkins. A gain of 10, 1st down, Arizona.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. The tight end, Max Williams, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
He'll look to throw. It's Williams on the catch. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Oh, I know it goes against the grain here. It totally goes against it, but you've got to drop the ball in that situation. He makes the catch, but he loses yards and doesn't get out of bounds.
They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Woo! Let's get it.
The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Back to throw. And he's got Fitzgerald. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll be an Arizona 1st down on a gain of 17.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. Back to throw. Completes it to Fitzgerald. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
First down now, but that clock rolling.
56, Mike, 56, right there.
Murray to throw. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona.
And remember, field goal does them no good in this situation.
You got to think they should be taking some shots for the end zone soon. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Murray going to lead his guys up first and 10, and he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Back to throw, Murray. Oh no, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. To throw is Murray. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Credit the sack to Fred Warner. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. And we'll get ready for the trek back to the city as we say so long from Santa Clara.